All right. Our list comes from Fender in the Discord, Sports Brewery in Discord. If you'd like an invitation to that, ask us for one. We'll send you one. Our Discord is a good time. It is best athlete, actors, and wrestlers are included. That was a big caveat. Like when we were choosing the list that we had this week, we sort of all texted each other, and I was like, "Hey, wrestlers, like that counts, right?" Because so that's a big one because there's a lot of wrestlers who became actors, like big ones. So
hey, you'd be surprised. I wrote down 6 names. I only have 1 wrestler. I'm pretty shocked.
Good for you.
I know. I'm a little shocked.
All right, you want to start us off?
No, because I gotta pick a top 3 of 6. It's tough.
Okay,
I'll go first. My number 3 is a wrestler, Dave Bautista.
Bautista's good. Like Bautista's
Glass Onion.
Good. Yep.
Guardians of the Galaxy.
Yep.
Knock at the Cabin. Little Demon.
Do you guys like Bautista now that he's like slimmed down a little bit?
Has he?
I compared to what? Yeah, like when he first started making movies, he was that crazy Jack guy, like Drac.
He was like fresh off of wrestling, where he's doing roids all day and stuff. So, you know.
Yeah, he's slimmed a little bit. He wears glasses, has a beard.
Yeah,
he tries to do a little more.
A lot of time running on the Dune.
Yeah, he's a normal guy. Yeah, he was in Dune, wasn't he? That's right. Yeah, man, he's a big deal. Shit, I need to like rethink my list a little bit.
Those direct TV commercials.
Yeah,
man, he was such a good actor in those.
Yeah.
On the lake. Streaming.
My number 3 is Carl Weathers. Played professional football with the Raiders for a year, and then played for the BC Lions for a few years, and then went on to be Carl Weathers. Legend. R.I.P. Big ups, Carl Weathers.
I had Carl Weathers.
CW.
Is that his network? Is that his network?
Yeah.
Sure. All right, yeah. Sure
all right.
All right.
Last I saw him, he was on Mandalorian, baby.
Mm-hmm.
Big time.
I am gonna go my number 3 with Randall Tex Cobb. He was a fighter before he became an A. He had like 60 fights.
Oh, I thought that was the ex-Green Bay receiver.
Well, that's why I threw the Tex in there.
I was surprised by the Tex. I was like, okay,
Randall Cobb?
Huh. Yeah, huh.
Aaron
ran a mean dig route.
The guy who Aaron Rodgers extended his career like 4 years just for the hell of it, even though he wasn't good at receiver. All right, cool. 3's from the chat. Booble says Carl Weathers as well. And WCP says Arnold Schwarzenegger. I think is
weightlifting. That's tough of calling that a sport. Right? Because it wasn't weightlifting. It was just like Mr. Olympus, right?
Yeah. I mean, that's what it was.
That's just showing up and being jacked. That's not actually doing anything.
Like being able to put on oil and flex.
Yeah.
I'll give it to him. If we're doing wrestlers, no, you know what? Because like wrestling, you have to be really athletic. You just got to be strong. Sport. You know what? They give out trophies. It's a sport. There.
All right, done.
All right. There's by the way, there's a lot of questionable things that just became sports under my logic. But, yeah. All right, King. What's your 2?
Well, it was Arnold, but apparently that's...
No, you can have it. We just decided.
Okay. All right. Well, then Arnold Schwarzenegger. He turned into liquid metal. Terry Bollea. He was, he watched your kids.
You're skipping ahead to Ski's number 1.
No, I did not. My number 1's... I'll get to my.
We'll get it. Yeah. Okay. My number 2, Vinnie Jones, from the Vinny Jones, I don't know, like it's been circulating on Instagram lately, all the clips of him playing professional soccer back in the day. But Vinny Jones, he was like Lock, Stock, and Two Smoking Barrels. He was in Snatch. He's in the new Gentleman show that's on Prime, I think it is, or is it Hulu? No, it's Hulu. Yeah, he's a Guy Ritchie dude, and he's great. So. Vinny Jones.
Yeah, I recently just saw one of those videos where he was like the emergency goalie and
he was
and made like ridiculous saves. And...
Yeah, really good. As an emergency goalie.
I had Vinny Jones. I'm moving on. My number 2, Howie Long.
Broken Arrow.
Firestorm. He's surprisingly still making a decent amount of stuff too.
Not bad. So. Wait, he's still in movies?
He's still doing stuff. Yeah.
Is he really?
Yeah.
Huh. Like what?
I was just looking it up. I was surprised to see how much he was still doing.
I'm like, I feel like I would remember seeing him in something if he was in something. Yeah, you look that up. 2s from the chat. Booble says Cam Neely. Yep.
Yeah.
WCP says Shaq. Yeah.
I guess not as much I thought. He was just in The Underdogs in the movie MVP in the last 2 years.
Okay.
Not as much as I thought.
I don't know.
Fuck is MVP?
Yeah,
I don't know, but he was in it.
Yeah. I think Ski might have been overselling his pick a little bit.
A little bit. I was actually thinking of one of my honorable mentions.
Shaq also, by the way, produced one of the best video games ever, Shaq Fu. Sega Genesis legendary game. All right, King, what's your number 1?
My number 1, Burt Reynolds.
Yeah.
Strike Force, Endgame, Smokey and the Bandit, Wally Sparks, Mystery Alaska, Cop and a Little Man, or whatever the fuck that was called. Cop and a Half? Was it Cop and a Half?
1.5 cops. Yeah, Cop and a
Dukes
Little
of
Man.
Hazzard, Broken Bridges. I mean, come on. Burt Reynolds, Francis Lee Corso, Boogie Nights.
All right, I was
Citizen Ruth.
I was gonna do Cena as my 1, but because we're allowing bodybuilders, I'm going Sean Connery. Because if you don't know,
nope, you're playing both sides.
For a woman needs your slap.
The rules and we go. Where?
Woman needs your slap. Damn it, I'll give it to her.
There's a fine line between Connery and Bane. It's pretty close for Howie.
We named the dog Indiana. He was born. The dog was born in the darkness. Pussy galore. He was apparently, by the way, he was apparently 3rd in Mr. Universe in 1953. Sean Connery was. Look it up. There's like pictures of him like being a bodybuilder. It's wild. You never expect.
Was that back in the day where like guys weren't even like jacked or anything? They were just like
all the workouts they did were like big medicine balls and those like straps that go around your waist and shake you. Like
shake you. Yeah.
That's all they do. Yeah.
Oh yeah. All right, my number 1. This was a tough number 1 to pick, and I decided to go with Rowdy Roddy Piper.
Wow.
They Live, Always Sunny. Do you want to know what my toss-up was? I left him off the list because I didn't want to add him with Brian Bosworth.
No, look him up. No, we're not doing it.
Brian Bosworth.
No.
His first
not allowing it.
His first movie, Stone Cold, is actually a very good movie.
Producers, cut his mic.
So good.
I just threw my glasses because I don't want to see anymore because I just heard that. That was awful.
The Boz.
Even for an honorable mention, that's awful.
Hey, Batman, you call this archaeology?
Bosworth has 30 acting credits to him.
Do you even have lightning shaved into your hair? You're not tough.
You guys keep doing this. I'm gonna pick Stone Cold now.
Do you even have a cross on your earring? Oh my God! All right, once from the chat, real quick. Booble does Terry Crews.
Yeah.
WCP does Halfthor Bjornsson, aka the Mountain from Game of Thrones. Is he an athlete or is he just huge?
I think it was World's Strongest Man event.
Was he?
Stuff.
Okay.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
So he's like pulling trucks with his wrists.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Lifting those giant boulders and putting them on the pedestals.
Yeah, carrying the boulder. Like, yep.
Question for you two. Did you guys think at all about putting OJ in your top 3?
I did. When we first decided this was going to be the list, I was like, oh, OJ, right? Like, and then I looked at more athletes and was like, oh, okay, I cannot put OJ on the list. Okay. Let's go ahead and not do it.
Yeah, you entertained OJ at least, right?
I did.
Yeah,
I did. Yeah, like for a second. Yeah. So I got some honorable mentions too. Andre the Giant.
Was it in one movie?
Yeah, but it was
great movie.
a really good movie. Yeah.
Yes, I'll give you that. Yes.
George Mirasan? No, just kidding.
With Billy Crystal?
Yeah.
What was the name? My Giant.
My Giant. Yeah.
My Giant.
No, Billy Crystal owned him. He was his giant. Yeah. No.
Yeah.
Actually, that's it. That's all I had. And again, like I guess Cena's an honorable mention for me. Like Cena probably
I'm kind of learning.
Yeah. What?
Sean Connery's lines, they're not one-liners. They're very long. It makes the doing it in a Bane voice very like hard.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Like it's like they're all fucking paragraphs.
Shakespeare. Yeah.
Yeah, it's terrible.
I got a couple more left off. Got Stone Cold. Got King's favorite movie, Mars Attacks. So you got Jim Brown.
Yeah.
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 Bubba Smith was in the Police Academy movies.
I'm not touching Jim Brown.
If we're not doing OJ, like
none of us picked The Rock, right?
So let's just avoid former NFL running
skyscraper.
Yeah.
All right, so no running backs. All right.
Yeah, we didn't say The Rock.
No one said The Rock, which hilarious. I'm fine with personally. Yeah, I think that's it, right? Hogan, we mentioned. Rodman, Double Team. Yeah. That's it, I think.
WCP says Boban because he was in John Wick 4, 3
and 4, I think. I think he's been 2 of them.
Oh no, he was in 1 and then he didn't make it to the next one.
I thought he was in 2 of them.
It wasn't the first one. I think it was the third one where he like fought him in the library and yeah. It didn't end well for Boban. Let's just say that.
Kevin Durant was in a movie.
Anthony Edwards in now too. We saw that movie.
That's true. And actually, he was like really good in it. Like the Hustle, right?
Yeah.
Hustle,
yeah. He was actually really good in that.
It was just him talking shit on the basketball court, but yeah.
Yeah, like he was a good villain in that. Credit where it's due, I guess. Okay. Anything else?
Sean Connery dead?
Yeah.
Oh, I guess he lives in the darkness now.
Can you do that with his Scottish accent? A little more Scottish.
A little more Scottish, yeah.
No.
Eddie Hall. WCP says Eddie Hall is honorable mention. Who's that? I don't know who Eddie Hall is. He also says Kevin Nash, by the way.
Kevin Nash. There you go.
Kevin Nash also in one of the John Wick movies. And
Grandma's Boy.
And Grandma's Boy. Yep. Was he in Benchwarmers too?
And wasn't he Shredder also in Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles?
Was he?
I think he was Shredder.
Like wearing the costume?
Yeah.
That's
the
cool.
mask and everything.
That's cool.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah. Get sleeping on.
I know.
Kevin Nash.
I know. No joke. Eddie Hall is another strongest man guy, apparently.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay.
How is Jason Lee number 9 on a list of famous athlete actors?
He skateboarded before he was an actor.
That's not.
And he wasn't like a professional skateboarder either. He just was good at it. So yeah, I don't buy that either. Honorable mention LeBron. Yeah. Yeah, I guess.
He was good in that movie.
What, in Space Jam?
No, the one
Schumer
with
one?
Amy Schumer one.
Oh.
He was. Yep. Playing like a version of himself. He was funny. Yeah. Okay. Anything else? We good?
Oh, how do we miss Gina Carano?
Oh,
Yeah. She's right up this podcast alley. Yeah.
Do we have to put her? Do we have to put her in with the NFL running backs, or is she not that? She's not that problematic, but
Not that problematic.
Not quite that problematic, but she's close.
Oh, WCP says Nash was also in the Magic Mike movies. So, Kevin Nash.
There we go.
I'll take your word for it.
I might move Kevin Nash into the top 3 now that we're listing things off here.
I know. Yeah. Now that we're like listing the credits. Jeez. All right, cool. We're good. Thank you for watching. Thank you for listening. Movie on Sunday is Twister. It is on
Sean
Max.
Connery died in 2020?
Yeah, he just
How did I
wasn't
miss
in
that in 2020?
He's been dead
because
for
he wasn't in
several
anything
years.
he wasn't in anything for 15 years.
He
Where he
died
just-
in the
he just-
Bahamas.
Show all you have to do with this. You just go shh, 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 just add that. He's been dead for several years. And then it's Connery and Bane. That's all you gotta do. Oh boy. All right.